Whereas against Falco, it just sometimes feels like, I don't know, like I feel like I'm doing okay, but I'm still just dying. And maybe like I have a game of me playing against Frenzy that we can look at. Um, yeah, I think I'll just send you the link right now, and then I can get a bit more into how I felt about that.
Okay, sure. I could
So I
definitely
think,
say I'll have better insight on Fox Marth right now because I'm much more well versed in the matchup. Falco, this is kind of my month of like soul searching with Fox Falco because I am not great at the matchup and I need to like improve myself at it.
yeah, but I think just talking about it together
Yeah, sure.
might just be useful anyways. So that set was played at the EU Summit online, and the winner of this had to play 11. And I knew that if I lost this, I would be on the easier side of the bracket. So I was like, well, this set is like, it'd be cool if I win, but if I lose, I'll probably place higher in the long term in this tournament. And I lost the set and I ended up placing higher than him. So I was like, well, I don't even feel bad about losing this, but I still, like, within the set, I felt like, well, I probably should have done better. And the way I like to play against Falco is that I play very grounded. Like I don't feel that confident using full hop at all. So I'll try to get into the range where if they laser me, I could hit them out of the laser. But if they like try to like run forward with an aerial, I can still dash away and like grab them. So just like the KJ8 stuff where
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like to play fairly grounded, like threaten take laser up tilt, threaten take laser dash forward, or like do take laser dash back. But I feel like in this specific game, I like usually got hit before I could set up the situation. And I'm not sure if that was because I didn't recognize it early enough, or if he was just ready for it and didn't allow it to happen. So there's probably just like some visual cue that I'm looking for, like me getting lasered at a certain range, so that I can actually properly play the situation, which just like sometimes doesn't happen. So then I just get hit because I'm just standing close to him, not ready for what he can do.
Okay. Yeah, we can take a look at this then. So you're on a power shield. Power shield shine, not grab.
Can you share your screen?
Oh
The
yeah, yeah.
screen.
I forgot that I stopped sharing it. So you run up here, you get this power shield. I see that. I'm thinking power shield grab every day. if I run up
I
my
thought it
power
was,
shield, what's up?
yeah, that's a good point. I just thought I was too far away, so I like didn't want. I wasn't sure if I would get the power shield, so I was just like, well, I'm just gonna shy and jump away so I can be safe.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Also, what range do you think power shielding's good at? Because I think power shielding from far away isn't that worth it,
It's
and at
not
this
worth it.
range, it's decent.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good when you're closer. I don't like power shielding from over here because it doesn't really accomplish anything. Because you can also just jump over the laser coming back, and then it's just you just lost space because you're still in shield. Like even when you power shield, you're
yeah,
still
you're
in
stuck in
shield.
field. Yeah.
So I don't like it from further away either. I'd rather be closer to Falco anyways. If I'm going to be far away, I'd rather be on a platform.
Okay, I see.
And on FD, I just don't like to be that far away. But yeah, so this is definitely a power shield grab to me. There's something I want to talk about here. Okay, there's back air. We all do it. Back air at low percent is good for poke damage, for chip damage, and for spacing. This is not poke damage. Why? Because you are trying to initiate like a scuffle with him right here. This back air is a scuffle, right? You've entered scuffle. What's the best case scenario you get off this back air?
I don't get CC shined, or I don't get like shit drop shined.
Yeah.
It's probably the
Yeah,
best spot for me.
that's the best case scenario, and you get some damage. What's the worst case scenario?
Yeah, that I get like reversal shined or whatever.
Not great risk reward, is it?
Yeah, I was thinking he was going to short hop into center stage, like how Spaceys like to do, either with a laser or down air. So I was trying to like get behind him and then just back him from behind because I know I can't beat the down air from below.
Just run underneath,
But then I
dash back,
could,
and then grab.
yeah, then I can still run under him, or I can just like bait it in center
Yeah.
stage. But jumping like this just doesn't accomplish
Or you could
anything.
use up air.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. If I want to hit him there, I should just up air, and then
Yes.
if he holds down, I maybe get like attack chase.
Yes, exactly. You initiated a scuffle here, and for that reason, that's why I don't like this back air. Back air is fine. Like if you're back airing here and you're trying to keep him off running off the platform, and you get a bunch of damage off that, that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. You reset the situation. He's closer to not being in CC percent, and you still have complete control of the situation. So I think that's fine, right? That back air is great. This back air is bad, I think, because it initiates a scuffle situation at a low percent, and Falco is exponentially better off a CC and straight aerial than you are. Like, not even close.
Yeah. So
So,
it's better to avoid these like close-up situations unless I'm going for like an actual good hit.
yes. If you're gonna engage in a scuffle situation, the reward has to be a juicy knockdown, an up smash, a grab, a shine, an up air, even like up tilt, up smash, right? Not this. This is not a big enough reward to justify entering a scuffle, entering a skirmish with Falco, because it's just, what do you get off of it? And what's the risk, right? Power shield drill if they try to run away. Smash GI, but maybe. I have to think about that. I'll answer questions afterwards. Since this is a Patreon lesson, I'd like to pay more attention. So just hold questions till after. And like I said, you got Shrine. You got a little. It's like it's low percent for him, so it's like kind of hard for him to like convert off of it, sort of. Yeah. But it's still like bad position. There's just no reason to do it.
Yeah, I also missed the L cancel on the back air because I was expecting to get the auto cancel, but it's kind of hard to get the auto cancel full hop back air on Dreamland. Yeah. It's at least harder than on Battlefield, so I just need to practice that.
Yeah. This is the range you want to avoid. This right here.
Yeah.
This is what I talked about with PP2, and he said the same thing. Don't go into this range with Falco. This is what they want. You're on there, either you're on shield or you take a laser and you're right on top of them. This is what you want to avoid. That's why full hop here is actually really good. You can full hop and react. So here's the thing about full hop in this matchup. No, you should not spam it. But why is it good here? Falco's in the corner. So in my opinion, you kind of have two options. Two good options, because you don't want him to laser in and just... You could either run in and call out a laser with a short up in air, or you can kind of like call out something him coming into center stage. You can call him out in the corner or call him out coming into center stage. You don't need to do anything else really. I really like full hop here because I can full hop. If he lasers, I can react to it and I come down with an up air or a drill. And if he doesn't, if he comes into a situation where he can just up the, like he wave dashes in or something, I can just double jump to top platform and just try to find a way down.
Actually, can you go back a bit from where he started the laser?
Yeah, sure. See, you dashed in, and then you dash back.
Yeah, I was expecting him to do one stationary laser so that I could then be in the situation where I'm ready for this. But yeah, letting them approaching laser onto you is usually how you lose, or how I lose at least. Mm-hmm. So here I wasn't ready for him to like approaching laser into me. Yeah. Otherwise, lasering doesn't do anything, right? If he just lasers in the corner, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. But sure.
So if he goes for the aerial here, I can probably dash and grab him. But approaching laser is like what good Falco players will do and what feels really bad to get hit by.
And the only map Falco who does down air out of the corner is Mango because he knows about this mix-up. No one else does it. And again, even if he down airs out of corner or lates out of corner, if you full hop and they don't react properly, you just come down with a drill or an up air. Right?
I see. Okay.
It covers this exact range. That's why I really like this full hop here. Obviously, it's not the only situation you should do here. I don't like telling everyone to full up because I don't like turning everyone into like a clone of me. But I like it here because of how grounded you are. So think about it this way: when you have that kind of mix-up, when you're a grounded-based Fox, it's going to make your full ups that much scarier because this is how you cover the grounded-based options, right? They get laser, take laser. There's counterplan that take laser, but if you just jump over it, they just get murdered by it. Don't default to it all the time, but it's something to consider throwing in, especially when they're going to have a tendency to come out of the corner with an attack.
Yeah, I think what I used to do wrong is that I would full hop and then look for a back air, and I would just shoot the laser and then hold down. But I just why would I back air? I can just drill them if he's inside of me already. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the problem is the laser, or is that back air. That's why you don't laser or back air in scuffles like that.
Yeah, I see.
Back air becomes a lot better once it knocks down. Okay, you got an opening there. Back throw for tech chase, good. Good mix up. Up smash here, kind of lazy. You could have done like a falling up there.
I did a nair later on in the set to push him into the corner, get a tech chase. I think that's alright too. Can I get like short up air there or full up air or what do you mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get short up there. 40%. That should work. You can also just do the up tilt. I think there's up smash that's kind of lazy because if they get the proper DI, it just ends, and it's not like super worth it. Obviously, I'd go more in depth, but because less than even like 45 minutes, I'm gonna try to give you as easy. And see, back air is much better here because instead of just him kind of falling down and nothing happens, he actually gets knocked down and flies away, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Leffen does overshoot up smash there, which mixes up DI. Sure, but it's still a DI mix-up. Like, again, if they still DI the up smash properly, like, it's not going to be a true follow-up. So I just think in general, having that up smash as a mix-up instead of, like, the default is good. Because my guess is the fact that he does it the first time means that's not his mix-up, that's his default. You don't usually do your mix-ups first. Usually.
I think after I dash away, after my up tilt, I can probably react to him acting out of shield, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at this a few times. Yeah, you dashed way too far away. So here's something to keep in mind about Falco. This specific situation. When Falco has his back turned to you, the thing that he's done, yeah, obviously up tilt and back air is scary, but what's the drawback of Falco having his back turned to you?
He'll have to turn around before he can downer me, for example.
Yeah, his just mobility
Okay.
isn't as good, right? He's given up his ability to
Yeah.
cover like horizontal space super well. Like he could do wave dash back and up tilt, sure, but that's a pretty big commitment. And if he's wrong in any capacity, like it's a mix up, and he might outplay you with it. And if he does, good for him. That's sick. Oh, you're not going to win every interaction, but in general, that's a much scarier mix up for him. And the only thing he can do, like add a shield in front of you, is either back air or turn around laser. You can do down air, but that's just a bad option in my opinion. You can do back air, you can turn around laser, but he can't really cover all of this space unless he commits to a wave dash, right? So the fact that you went all the way to Wispy is like way too far. Like he doesn't have that type of
Yeah.
mobility at that point.
Yeah, that's something that I do wrong a lot of the time, that I use like an up tilt, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna up tilt and dash back to react to what they're doing. But then I'm so scared that I dash too far away, and even if I react to what they're doing, I'm too far away to
Yes.
capitalize on it. So I just need to make sure I'm dash dancing closer and I'm not dashing too far away.
Yeah, and that's really important against Falco. Like it's something that I need to work on too. I need to be more conscious about like my dash dance distances against them. And again, so this full hop nair, what are you trying to catch? Just like think about it. Just think about this fundamentally. You do this full hop nair out of shield. What are you hoping
Probably
to get? Out of
another
this?
laser. Another laser, knock him down to the corner, maybe like down smash him if he takes some plays or take rolls.
I think if he lasers, he still might be able to just like get a dash dance grab or like an up tilt out. Honestly,
Yeah,
Like,
depends on. Yeah, if he does it right away, probably.
like I think again, just in this situation, you're picking a move for whatever reason that just doesn't have any like actual good expected utility. Well, like again, what's the best case scenario? What's the worst case scenario? And how likely are both scenarios?
Yeah,
They
I'm
just
just thinking right now that I could just full hop and then wait, and if I want to do the nair, I can still do it, but I don't have to do it instantly. That's the
yes,
check.
yes. That is the crux of full hop. Like fast full timing is like immense, and you don't have to commit to something. If you jump and you realize, oh, I don't like the spot, you have platforms to go to.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to, or you could drift back. You don't have to actually commit to anything there, and that's why those cameras are good. The thing is, it's still kind of scary, and I do recommend when you're in this position, sometimes just holding shield for like sometimes holding your ground for like a split second longer and then running in on the ground, because most Falcos are going to try to just immediately like anti-approach you. So think about it this way: you get hit by a Falco, you're in a scramble situation. What's your first inclination?
Uh, right now, I've been working on not DIing off stage too early, because I would often get like shined and then DI off stage, and then he just downers me and I die.
Let's say you clink hitboxes. Let's say you clink hitboxes. You hit each other's shields. Like somehow, like your hitboxes clink. What would be your first inclination? Defend yourself, right? You want to defend
Yeah.
yourself immediately. Falco's thinking the same thing. Something like that happens. A situation like this occurs, and usually they're gonna be like, oh, I have to like protect myself somehow. I don't want to get opened up. And so sometimes waiting that split second, you don't want to do it every time, of course. I need to add that in. This is a mix-up. Sometimes you wait that split second because you're like, okay, they are going to try to defend themselves, and then you run in. That's like a tempo mix-up. And that's like a really
Yeah,
important thing to be able to keep track of. If you wait that split second, a lot of people are going to get caught off guard by it. And then you can't just spam up tilt off of get up, because if he does, you're going to wait for it. You're going to come in and get him. And likewise, you create a mix-up where your inclination to get up off of an exchange and immediately run in and attack him becomes a lot better, because he might have to wait too, and he can't react to Fox. You're faster than he is, right? There's no way he can react to that. So that becomes an actually good mix-up, as opposed to just immediately doing something out of your hit stun. That's another concept that's like gets really important. The better you get is doing like a quick dash ins here, and then running in instead of just immediately running in. That's how you kind of one of the
Yeah.
ways to beat scuffles, especially against Falco.
I think a problem I have against Falco is that when I'm somewhat close in shield, then I don't really think about just like wave dashing down out of shield, because if he wants to move forward and hit me, then that's quite a big commitment. So often I could probably just like get out of shield for free and then have my dash available to me.
So ultimately, you get
On that back air,
Okay, yeah,
I can just jump at him. Yeah.
yeah.
I really
This is a free edge guard.
practice that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a free edge guard.
I can just hit him before he flies off. Yeah.
Okay. Also, one more obvious weakness against Falco that you haven't exploited at all. What's the one area, like, I don't want, I want you to be able to answer this for me. So look at Falco. Let me see when he gets it. Okay. So Falco's right here, right? He's facing you. What's the one area that Falco has a really hard time covering about him? Give me an area where Falco does not have a good hitbox. Give me an angle of approach where he does not have a great hitbox to throw out to cover himself.
I mean, usually the obvious part where he can defend himself is like behind him and above him with his up tilt. So like it's kind of similar to Fox where he doesn't really have anything diagonally above him.
Yep.
Like where he's facing.
Yep, exactly.
So once I'm there, it's usually fine unless they're able to turn around up tilt.
And what's the one place that makes it really easy to attack to that angle?
Just being on a platform.
Yeah. How many times have you tried attacking off a platform?
Not that often, not at all.
Not at all. Not often.
Yeah.
You haven't done it once. You haven't even threatened a platform yet. Now, obviously, there's going to be some genius in chat. It's like, but Falco can turn around and up tilt you or back here you if you go on the platform. Yes, I'm aware. That's called a mix-up. So what happens if you go on the platform? Because this person's going to ask this, and I want to make sure this is answered before I get flooded with this. So what happens if he goes on the platform and he turns his back, and then you don't actually run in with a nair, or you fake run in with a nair, you run off the platform, he up tilts or back airs, and you run in, you up tilts, you run in, and you grab. You win that exchange. But that's a mix-up.
Yeah.
And again, if he turns his back, he's giving up a shit ton of mobility. Not that it makes this like an infallible mix-up game plan for Fox, but it adds another layer. So this is something I want you to keep in mind with Falco. I like the way Fiction and Ginger describe the character, and then Mango's just his own little anomaly. Falco has answers to almost every situation, but he has 1,000 answers to 1,000 situations. It's not like, and he has to guess correctly or he gets blown up. The more things you throw at Falco, the more situations you throw at him, the more angles of approach you throw at him, and the more timings you throw at him, the less likely he is to make the correct choice. It's going to be significantly harder for him to make the correct choice at that time because he has to take into account from here, what can Fox do? Run off nair, run off no fast fall nair, run to the platform and grab, shield drop through and dash chance, run to the top platform and come down. He can do 80 million things, and Falco has to figure out which one are you doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Not easy.
Recently, yeah, I started trying to use the run off side platform more because even if I run off and they don't up tilt and they just laser again, but I'm still at a spacing where I can dash back and they try to go for an aerial, and I can just still run forward if they try to laser again. So even if I run off the platform and they don't up tilt, they just laser again, then I'm still not like directly on top of him, so he can't like laser up tilt or laser shine combo me.
Yep, exactly.
So that's still good.
And that's all it makes up. And then the second he realizes that he can't just blindly up tilt that nair becomes a lot better. Maybe he realizes he has to face you to protect himself, right? Maybe he does the bad full hop laser to try to cover you on the platform. Whatever. I don't know what the answer is. I'm not a Falco main. But the point is, now he has other stuff to take advantage of that he has to take into account, and that nair becomes a lot better. But you haven't even threatened that nair yet, so he's no reason like. Oh, let's put it another way. Right here, there's no reason, in my opinion, for Frenzy to ever turn his back to you, because he knows that you're going to stay grounded and you're just going to run into him in some way. Like, he's just going to do these approaching lasers when he's coming out of the corner. When he's in center stage, most likely he's going to keep his, see, he's keeping that to you. He's doing this back and he's doing this up tilt. I don't know why, actually. I can't figure out. You haven't jumped it once. I think that's actually just bad by him. But more or less, like, he has no real reason to ever just try to, like, hold ground here and turn his back to you and give up any type of mobility, which is not exactly great. He's trying to just, like, wall you out, which I find kind of strange, but to each his own. I guess because you're running in with a lot of short hop aerials. You're really not mixing up his timings at all, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Like, watch this. Run, like, get up, run in, and drill.
Aerial.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what happens? I think it was the next exchange. Run in and grab. I think he actually had time to work there. Okay. Combo ends, you jump up and back here him. What happens out of this hit stun? You run in, you power shield. There's, like, actually no tempo mix-ups anywhere. You're kind of just doing the same, like, get up, run in, get up, run in, get up, run in.
Yeah, I try to mix in, like, either, like, fully running into him or dashing back once I'm somewhere close to him to bait him to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, like, he just does, like, retreating stuff. And then even if I dash close to him, once I dash back again, I'm too far away to get a hit on him.
Think of melee. Have you ever played an instrument?
Yeah.
If I had to describe what's going on right now, if you were saying like a 4/4 like counting sequence, you're only attacking on any individual beat, like 1, 2, 3, or 4. You're never attacking on a half beat. You're never like faking an approach on one beat and then coming on the next one. I don't see any of that. I don't see any reason for him to be like scared of you at 1 second, and then he has to throw something out, and then you're ready for that and punish it. That's really important versus Falco. It's one of the things that happen when I'm actually playing well in the matchup and not playing like a ding dong, which has been happening for the past 2 months, where you have a lot of tempo mix-ups. Mixing up Falco's rhythm is a really important way to figure out how to get in on him, because he is very good at figuring situations, at like solving situations. And right now, you're playing at a very set rhythm, which is very easy to counter. If you're playing a set rhythm, it doesn't even matter what you do. I just have to throw out a hitbox that covers your general area when you're coming in. That's not very hard to deal with. But how many times have you seen him like get punished because he throws out an aerial and then you come out in between the aerial and the next one? I haven't seen that happen once.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And that's really, really important to be able to do versus him. Okay, you messed up there. Luckily, Falco Shine is small. You attacked at the same time. That's funny. What were you trying to go here? Were you running Shining into the corner? No, you're doing there. Okay. I didn't see the jump. He's going to do up air. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I wasn't even mad there. I was just like, fuck. I just got Twitter comboed.
Yeah. And right here, move choice, like you're running in and down tilting a Falco. I've never seen a grounded down tilt work against the Falco. Like, what are you even trying to punish there?
Up tilt. Yeah, I thought could like outrange his up tilt just barely. And I thought that even if he shielded, I'd be fine. I know that Fox can wave dash out of shield shine Fox's space down tilt.
Yeah.
I don't think Falco can.
I'm not sure because of the jump spot. But even still, why would you go for the down tilt and not go for like a timing mix up on like an up air or like an up smash or a grab?
Yeah, I think I misjudged how much invincibility I left.
Okay. Got him into the corner, but unfortunately you're at the wrong timing. Yeah. Obviously I'm not a Fox Falco expert. I need to work a lot on the matchup. When I'm watching that, I don't see any reason for Falco to be scared of you. You're not showing him any kind of like weird approaching angles. You're not attacking at any like different timings. You're not there's no Tom's Fox's shine. There's no the punish game needs to be a little bit better. At low percent, the other big thing is at low percent, you didn't go for any big mix-ups. Like, you didn't go for any up smashes. There was no running shines at low percent to get knockdowns. I think that you are trying to scuffle with Falco a little too much at low percent with the wrong moves, but in some ways you're not trying to scuffle enough either, period, even if you were using the right moves. Like, what happens if you go for a back air and get shine versus you go for an up smash and get shine? Is there any fundamental difference what happens?
Yeah, I mean the reward is very different in case one works, right?
Well, I'm saying like let's take you get shined because you went for a back air that he CC'd and shined you, and you whiffed an up smash and he shined you on whiff punish. Is there anything fundamentally different about those two things? Like, you just got shined. Like, what happens to you after that? You got shined in both situations, right?
Yeah.
And so why would you not sometimes use the option that gets you more expected value? Like, a shine is a shine when Falco hits you. That's kind of the thing about him. Like, any straight aerial can just lead to a shine, and then no matter what you got hit with, you got shined, right?
Yeah, I think I totally get what you mean, that I always attacked on like the same beat.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid of Falco setting up his wall or whatever before I can move towards him. So whenever I see somewhat of an opening, like, okay, I think he's gonna dash back so I can jump on it while he's running away or while he's trying to laser, then I just go for it right away. I think I just need to be more confident in like not going in right away every single time.
Is Melee a 1 or 2 player game?
Depends. While you're wobbling, it's usually a 1 player game, which is why I like wobbling. Otherwise, it's not.
Okay, the 2 player game. So you're scared of certain things that he can do to you, right?
Yeah.
Is he not also scared of certain things that you can do to him?
Of course he is, yeah.
If he's going to set up a wall, doesn't he have to be scared of, what if he just runs after me and nairs me? What if he just runs after me and up smashes me? You can't play the game only being worried about one thing. You have to realize that he's also scared about something. And you have to play off of that as well. Like, he's not going to run out and set that wall every time because, again, what happens when you overshoot with an up smash or a grab?
Yeah, then he like gets punished really hard.
He gets punished really hard and dies because he's Falco. He doesn't want to die. And so, yes, it is scary, but that's like why, intuitively, this is not just an objectively winning matchup for Fox. Like, this is what it means to play a matchup that... this is something we all have to wrap our minds around as Fox mains. Like, you can play well and still lose. That's just what it means to have a matchup. Because, like, I really do believe that outside of Falco and Marth, every other character, we can just have set game plans that we just win. I really believe that. If we execute. But we can't against those two players because you can play well and still lose. And that's what it means to have a matchup that is, like, in some ways even or close to even, right? That's just by definition what a not winning matchup is. And that's okay. So there are going to be sets where, yeah, you played this game plan well, but you just got fucked for it because the matchup is just, it's not a winning matchup. Or it's not like a clear winning matchup. But you could slight win. But it's not like an obvious winning matchup, right?
Yeah. One thing I also noticed in this matchup is that I usually do much better in friendlies than in tournament, which has never been the case for me.
There's a reason for that. There's a very good reason for that, because you get scared. When you get scared against Falco and you stop taking those risks, the matchup becomes a lot more favored for him. Because you have to take those big risks to get openings on him.
Yeah, and when you take those risks and they work out, you just feel much better about yourself, and then the rest of the match feels better as well.
Exactly. And so those are things that you have to take into account. Go on.
One thing that kind of ties into that is edgeguarding his side B shortened to ledge. Because I know I could just grab the ledge, but like I always know that if I just get hit by the side B on my way to the ledge, then I'll just hate myself for the rest of the set. So I don't know. Do you feel like what do you like to do? Do you just like hard call it out, or can you like jump out in a way where you shine it if they go for it, and if they go full length, you just
I do dash attack usually. And if it's sweet spot, I try to do like a run-off shine that covers both.
Okay, so the one I struggle with the most is when they're on ledge height, and then they either do the full length, which like throws out the hitbox, and they grab ledge at a different timing, or they do the shorten where they can like get around down smash, for example. And that's the one that really annoys me.
I want to start using run-off rising drill more.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
I want to start, because I think run-off rising drill clanks with side B. And I'm pretty sure, and because it's a multi-hit, it doesn't matter. And so I want to start using runoff rising drill in those situations more. I haven't figured out like an objective solve for that yet, but I'm pretty sure that runoff rising drill has application there that I haven't used yet.
Okay, that sounds good. I tried to go for the runoff double jump in there, but they can obviously just go under that if they actually go to ledge with it and then shorten.
Yeah.
So the drill might just hit them before they snap to ledge there.
Yeah, that's why I think I would use it. I think that drill there would be really good, though. I need to start experimenting with myself and get into my muscle memory, but I think drill there would be good.
Yeah, because I think even if they go slightly above you, you should still at least not die getting hit by the side view.
Slightly above you? Yeah, you shouldn't. It would clank at the very least.
Yeah, okay.
Because drill hitbox is kind of like absurd, actually, when you look at like where it extends to.
Cool.